So this is the second lecture on fixed point theory. In this lecture, we will discuss about the fixed point theorems. What do you mean by fixed point theorems? And fixed point theory is basically. So now, what do you mean by fixed point theorems? The theorems which concern with the existence of fixed points and their properties are called fixed point theorems. Or you can say it is a branch of mathematics which used to identify all the self maps under which at least one element is left invariant, right? Means we have to find those self maps for which our function has fixed point, means it is invariant under at least one element. So this is a fixed point theorem, the theorems which concern with the existence of fixed points and their properties. Now the next is fixed point theory. It is mainly divided into three parts. One is topological fixed point theory, metric fixed point theory, and discrete fixed point theory. So now just see topological fixed point theory. It came from the Brouwer's fixed point theorem in 1912. Brouwer, he proved this theorem. This theorem says that every continuous function from a convex compact subset K of a Euclidean space to K itself has a fixed point. So in 1912, Brouwer proved this theorem in topological space. He considered convex compact subset of Euclidean space K to itself. This is self mapping, and this is continuous also. This function is continuous, and he proved that this continuous function attains a fixed point under this topological space. Now examples, these are the real world illustrations. Now just see, if you consider two maps of a country of different sizes resting one on the another, there always exists a point which represents the same place on both the maps. So that place is basically the fixed point for such function, for such mapping. So here we take the similar map of India country, right? And we place this map of different sizes on one another. So there must exist at least one place which lie on both the maps, and that is the fixed function, fixed point. Similarly, if you consider a map of a country, and if you place that map anywhere in that country, there will always be a point on the map which represents the exact point country. So these are two real world illustrations which shows that there always exists a fixed point for such type of mappings. Now the next is discrete fixed point theory. This discrete fixed point theory, this came from Tarski fixed point theorem in 1955. He proved this theorem. This theorem says if f is monotone function on a non-empty complete lattice, then the set of fixed points of f, they forms a non-empty complete lattice. Means they have a fixed point. So if our function is monotone, non-empty, then the set of fixed points of f, they form a non-empty complete lattice. Now the next is the metric fixed point theory. So in fixed point theory, we mainly discuss about the metric fixed point theory. This idea was come by a Polish mathematician Stefan Banach, because the basic idea about the metric fixed point theory was known to us earlier, but the main credit of making it useful was given to Stefan Banach. In mathematics, Banach fixed point theorem, which is also known as contraction mapping theorem or contraction mapping principle, is an important tool in the theory of matrix spaces. It guarantees the existence and uniqueness of fixed points of certain self maps of a matrix space and provide a constructive method to find those fixed points. In this theorem is named after Stefan Banach, who was first stated this theorem in 1922, and the theorem is, let Xt be a complete metric space. Now what is complete metric space? A space in which a metric space in which every Cauchy sequence is convergent. If we consider a mapping T, which is self mapping, right, satisfying this Banach contraction. Now what is this Banach contraction? The distance of tx comma ty, it will be less than equal to k times distance of xy, where x and y are the members of x, and t is a self mapping going from x to x, means tx and ty both are the members of x. So if this t mapping satisfies this inequality, then we say this t is Banach contraction, right? And here this real number k, this k is any real number which satisfying this condition, that it always lying between 0 and 1. 1 is not included. Then this t has a unique fixed point in x. So this was the major theorem which was proved by Stefan Banach in 1922. He proved that whenever we have a complete matrix space and a contraction mapping defined on this complete matrix space, then T always have a fixed point. Moreover, this fixed point is unique. So this theorem is very important theorem, and it becomes a important tool in the theory of matrix spaces, which is used to find out the fixed points of self mapping. Moreover, it guarantees that there exists unique fixed point. So this theorem was very important. We prove it in the next lecture. Thanks.